I just want to say, Dr. Drew, your characterization of our intelligence community's actions in regards to China is more accurate. That is the way to describe it. They were collaborating with China. Not only are they collaborating with China, they're collaborating with Cuba and Venezuela as a part of this. Now, what I think and what I'm being told.
Hang on, slow your thought, slow really quick before you make that conclusion. And then let's slide on over to COVID, where China, whatever China said, we followed, right? Those Chinese scientists, they're the best. Look what they did in Wuhan. They got a zero COVID outbreak. We need zero COVID. What did they do? Let's follow their demands. It's crazy how it wasn't even a collaborative relationship with China. It was almost we were zombies. You know, we were in their thrall and didn't really know it, it seems to me. And we're pulling away from it and going, oh my God, kind of waking up. Look what we did. But finish your thought about Cuba and Venezuela.
Well, and I will just say to that was another example of where the intelligence community covered up for China, right?
Yes.
They tried their best to cover up the origins of the COVID lab.
Yeah, it all seems very, listen, I was in the scientific world at the time, and we were absolutely, I heard these words all the time. You know, the center of gravity of biological research has moved to China. So we got to get, let's work with those guys. We're always working with them. Never a thought to there being a governmental sort of, that the People's Liberation Army had their finger on the scale or anything else, or were watching us. It's just, oh, there's good science. Here we go. And they were in the epidemic business. They were the core of the epidemic. What was that trial run, the war game they did with the epidemic? That was highly attended by China.
Yeah, that was in October of 2019. And they gamed out a novel coronavirus that would cause a widespread global pandemic, and how they would do lockdowns, right? They war gamed it. They knew what they were doing. And then our intelligence community was covering for them, like they did in the 2020 election, and with what we're seeing now as it relates to election crimes and election fraud.